From broke to boss, I flipped the script. Super Trucker Podcast got me fully equipped. Left the noise behind, now I'm stacking green. Voyager Nation made me live the dream.
It's not just the dumb, it's also the smart, because some of the guys are just going to actually book it because they know exactly what time it is, what you're going to do when you're loaded and arrive.
Yeah, nothing.
You're going to sit there, you're going to wait, and you're going to get unloaded on Monday.
Yep.
So just be cautious for that, guys. Broker lies, how to handle them professionally. So top of the key, spotting lies early is so important in this arena for you not to get burnt.
Absolutely. So how many times you heard, the broker saying, let's say it has some sort of a delivery appointment, whatever, like 4 p.m. on Friday, which is a bad time to deliver.
Oh, actually, probably this weekend is the time you should look out for this because it's a holiday weekend,
absolutely.
Easter Bunny and all that. So
and basically you're gonna push back saying like, hey man, can we deliver early? And the broker is gonna say, yeah, you can try, you can go in early. And if that's a Walmart, come on, guys, you freaking know better than that. There is nothing else going to happen. Also, in regards to this Easter weekend, I'm not sure when is this video going to come out. It's probably going to be after the Easter weekend. But the next Easter or Memorial Day or what?
Pick a holiday.
Pick a holiday. That's going to apply to all of them. So basically, don't give broker too much credit. A lot of these guys out there, the ones that you're talking on the phone, we're just dum-dums. Like, these are the kids out of the school or out of the college. We have not seen real life. The closest we've been to the truck was when the truck was, when we were passing the truck on a highway. We never been inside the warehouse, and now we're giving you the instructions. A lot of times, let's say if that's a customer that broker does a regular work with, and let's say their business hours are for shipping, first come, first serve, 8 a.m. till 4 p.m., right? And now the Easter weekend coming up, a lot of these brokers, we're going to just spit out the same hours without any adjustments for holidays as a regular schedule. And now you're in deep shit.
Yeah, because I think it should always be on your radar, because here's what happens, man. It's not just the dumb, it's also the smart. Because some of the guys are just going to actually book it because they know exactly what time it is, what you're going to do when you're loaded and arrive.
Yeah, nothing.
You're going to sit there, you're going to wait, and you're going to get unloaded on Monday.
Yep.
So just be cautious for that, guys. It's kind of goes into the next one, protecting yourself contractually. On that Raycon, you got the phone numbers. Call that receiver, or and hey, you open.
Yes.
What are your hours? Is it alternating or whatnot?
And another one is, if it's not in writing, it does not exist. So again, how many times we've seen the broker saying something, let's say there is a delivery appointment, 7 a.m. Tomorrow. And based on your time and everything else and your hours, there is no way you're making it for 7 a.m. tomorrow, right? And the broker already knows it. At the time of booking, it's already impossible to make it for 7 a.m. tomorrow. And now you go there, the shipper takes even longer to load than usual. And now you're asking broker, okay, what do we do now? And the broker is telling you, it's okay, just go. And then you arrive to a place, and now we're telling you, we're not going to unload you until tomorrow morning. And you're going to be like, what, why, how? The broker told me this and that. And now there is nothing that you can do unless that broker is really out of your network. But then it should have been a conversation to begin with when it started. You're gonna be sitting there for free because the broker is gonna tell you, the same guy that was just pushing that load on you so nicely.
Yeah, because even if you do have that relationship, in that relationship, you're gonna be able to say, "Come on, man, I won't go there unless you revise this Raycon."
Yeah, that too.
You already know me.
and at the end of the day, you can avoid a lot of these problems by just not hoping for the best, but addressing the problems as early as possible, soon as you spot them. And remember, if it's not in writing, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And we will burn you without looking back.
All right. So this one's my favorite, man. When to report a shady broker.
To your mom, you can report anytime you want.
Mom. I unfortunately, I don't think there's a real platform for this. Like, they could freight guard us for sure.
No, there is a place to report them.
Where?
Like, number one, it's a little problematic. Like number one place is Google reviews. You can do that. However, for the most part, the people that's gonna run into the problem with that broker are only gonna read those reviews once we're gonna be already balls deep into the problem.
Oh,
and that's a fact. And remember, people don't change that easy because. The other day, I was just again based on my internal policy, like I don't leave no bad reviews. So once in a while, when we deal with bad brokers, I would go and leave a bad review. So I was just going over my consciousness a little bit, and I actually went to delete one of the bad reviews that they left in the back. I was still gonna write a review, just not as bad, and. Leave them like still 5 stars, so it doesn't affect their star rating, but normal individual reading it is gonna read between the lines that, listen, man, this is not the best place to do business with. And guess what did I find? That's the broker that already went out of business as a bad guy and reestablished another brokerage, and he's in the same address, same place, same pictures, same everything, but now his reviews are a little better. But the proof that we're not changing, all the reviews are still really, really bad.
So did you still do the review?
I did the review, so I actually included the picture of both both companies, but I gave them 5 stars.
All right, man. All right. So this one I think is really important, man. You got to be able.
Oh, hold on, 1 second. Another place I don't know how it is right now. Probably still the same thing. The Internet Truckstop. Back in the day, you used to be able to leave a review, and guess what? These morphos are gonna be reacting. So if that option is still there, we barely use Internet Truckstop these days.
That's what I was gonna say.
But man, Internet Truckstop is big.
You know what I would
there is
like,
nothing to laugh about.
You know what I would like to see, man? Like, and if they do it, like, pretty cool. What if, like, in the factoring, when people are running your credit, when you're running credit, you get an alert, like just a credit alert. Boom! Hey, these people have a bad review on them. Proceed with caution. But that's their customer. That is not
factoring business. Yes, that's their customer.
All right, man. Just throwing ideas. That's all.
Holy crap! Is this real? $4,000 a week in this market, guys. This is not a joke. We got plenty of owner-operators in this market taking home $4,000 a week every single week. So if you're interested in something like this, we're located right here in Mulberry, Florida, just a few miles south of Lakeland. Give us a call, 863-342-5171, because $4,000 take home after all the expenses, that's nothing to laugh at.
All right. What I was saying before, this one's mucho importante, staying calm and not reactive. So being able to have conversations and difficult ones is super important in this game. And even like you were saying, the same exact scenario where, let's say they took a little too long to load, you should not have that fear factor where, that you can't ask them to revise that Raycon as if you're asking for their firstborn. It's not that serious, right? So, yes. Hey, listen, based on the miles, based on this, you're going to have to revise that Raycon. Because what do you know? You know how to play the game. You know that who's ever going to be receiving him, no one's getting a memo. No one knows what happened. No one knows the deal between you and the broker. No one knows why it took too long. That guy's just doing his job, and he can't unload you because it's 3 o'clock and you were supposed to be here at 11. Mm-hmm. And so that, I think, is staying calm, delivering it nice, clear, and concise. I think you could do a lot more.
Yes, because I have solved a lot of problems in my lifetime with a lot of bad situations. And let me tell you, even though, you feel the urge of ripping them apart, at the end of the day, calm and collected approach is going to get you a better results, because at some point, if you're unable to achieve what you're trying to achieve with a dum-dum at the first line of defense there, somebody who is later on reviewing that issue, if we're going to listen to the phone calls or look into the email chain, if you sound or you write like an incoherent, angry person, nobody going to take you seriously. I understand the emotional part of that. Leave it at home. Life is not fair, but at the end of the day, you're going to be a lot more successful staying calm and collective and getting that done. Sometimes taking those breaks away and just hammering down the highway is also an option. And I solved quite a few problems, very bad problems like that, but that's a last resort.
Yeah.
That's when everything else was already tried. And now, oh, you want to play with stupid people? Let me show you what stupid really fucking looks like.
Yeah, like I actually solved the problem this weekend. Sometimes it takes, just stay that calm, bite your tongue when you make a phone call, if possible, and you get a different person on the line.
I do.
And their view of something is different, or you already know why they're not doing something for you, change your approach. Now you're saying, hey, I'm trying to avoid this, so can you help me? And then that person wants to be helpful, and your problem solved.
Yes, that's probably, this advice alone is probably the best advice into problem solving everywhere, not just trucking. If you're not getting what you're trying to get, and if we're talking about bigger company, not like, one-man company or two guys in the office running a little brokerage or whatever, but if you're dealing with any like bigger size of company where are multiple people in the department and so on, you're gonna get much further ahead if you just coming across the person who is not very helpful or mean or whatever the case is, leave that mofo alone. Make another phone call 5 minutes later, somebody else gonna answer, and try again. If you cannot solve it back then, next morning, call them again, and try to every time deal with different person, and hopefully, the world is gonna give you a gift of somebody who is a good person.
Yeah, but that right there, guys, is an art. You have to stay calm in order to be able to do something like that.
Yes, because if you start screaming as incoherent, now that idiot who is not helpful, now he's also feeling offended and abused.
But
he's potentially gonna make a note on this issue about you.
Well, they got caller ID, and then they're like, this clown.
Yeah. I actually do have one guy on my caller ID saying,
Clown.
the idiot do not hire.
All right, guys, that's enough of this topic. Please stay relaxed out there. Make sure when you strike with diligence. Be safe and drive safe.
Guys, we need 5 more subscribers this week. Please help us out. We have a lot of good information coming your way, and we're not asking for anything in return, but just to click that like button, share it with your friends, and help to spread the word. Holy crap, is this real? $4,000 a week in this market, guys? This is not a joke. We got plenty of owner-operators in this market taking home $4,000 a week every single week. So if you're interested in something like this, we're located right here in Mulberry, Florida, just a few miles south of Lakeland. Give us a call, 863-342-5171, because $4,000 take home after all the expenses, that's nothing to laugh at.